Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of 3B Outdoors. I'm Nathan Light and I'll be your host today as we visit Douglas Lake, the big bass factory located right outside of Dandridge, Tennessee. It's also just a short drive from my hometown of Kingsport, Tennessee. Our guest today just happens to be Brian Ooten. Man, he's an awesome fisherman. He lives on Douglas Lake. He's an offshore guru and electronics specialist. You put those two together and man, it's a deadly combination on those big offshore fish. Let's jump in the boat with Brian. You don't want to miss any of this because it's going to be filled with teaching moments. This one out here might have a little more pull. What a beast of a smallmouth.
Gotta throw a tight line.
Yes. Yes.
We're here in Ohio.
Yes.
It all happened so fast.
Boy, the big dog just put the smoke on a big old hog.
3B Outdoors is brought to you by Visit Kingsport, Tennessee.
I'll tell you a little secret. If you leave your straps on, the boat won't float off the trailer. That's what somebody told me. I really don't know that from experience, but that's what they say. All right, let's get it. Climb in here, big boy.
Let's go.
What you're going to see today is the master over here at work. He knows this electronics better than any one human I've ever been in a boat with. And on top of that, he can catch them. So what we're going to do, we're going to isle around out here. And this is the hard part for some people, and it's hard for me too, is just isling around until you see these fish. These fish this time of year, early June, they've come off of the bed post-spawn. They're stacked up out here on these drop-offs and ledges. And it's a hunting game. It's more hunting than it is fishing. You got to find them before you can catch them. So we're going to look for them, see if we can find them on the depth finder and the fish finder and do it the right way. Get out here and throw some big old crankbaits, some big jigs, big worm. It's going to be a big bait day. We're going to see if we can't catch some big fish doing it. But we're going to idle around a little bit first.
Yes, we could probably just almost fish these waypoints.
You talking about a freight train on a worm bite down here the other day.
Well, I bet.
My little grandson caught it. Went in there all day long, never had a bite, didn't that thing? I mean, you talking about eat it.
That's probably shad. That's a little bigger. Okay. That's probably hybrid bass. It's hard to tell. Something's feeding on that though.
This thing out there, take a couple of casts, just see if one might bite it again.
Let's go. And then I'll trip and fall over the pitch to see.
Won't be nothing we've already done before. We're getting ready to pull in here on a community hole. Brian's from West Virginia. So what'd you say? What'd you say about it?
This spot, whenever you move to Dandridge, they give it to you in the welcome kit. So waypoints and all.
So this is a secret spot, but we're gonna catch them anyway, I hope. Say when. Where you wanna be.
Well, I mean, we can scan it or just start here, start throwing that edge.
All right, get over here and get where you want us.
Island Street Price up there, ain't they? They do like a little
ditch or a little saddle right here or something?
Yeah, this ledge goes all the way out, and they really can get on it just about anywhere out through there. Yeah, let's check this later, young. Just run across there.
Pretty sunrise back here, look at that.
And they say goose hunting is hard.
I don't understand that, do you?
No, I mean, I believe I could catch one on a jig off of this bank right there with them that many geese in there.
Stop number 3. You see the bait's up in the water column. That sun will push it down here in a bit, and we'll actually get to shoot a show.
Pretty good fish.
Nah, but it's a fish.
First bite of the day. Swim bait.
Yep.
Oh yeah. We're on the board.
Just a baby.
But it's a bite. You got us rolling.
Got it. Broke the ice.
This portion of 3B Outdoors is brought to you by these fine companies.
Here in Northeast Tennessee, the mountains have a story to tell. An exciting account of outdoor adventure, full of fishermen's tales from our finest rivers and lakes. A genuine page-turner, brimming with places to retreat, play, relax. Sure to leave you wanting more. Come and write your own chapter in this mountain tale.
Whether it's shooting for fun, shooting for victory, or the one chance at the trophy of a lifetime, trust Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products.
Luminox are brighter, more durable, and with replaceable batteries, the longest lasting compound and crossbow lighted Nox on the market, period. When your moment of truth comes, rely on the only lighted Nox trusted by the best. Luminox. Light 'em up at luminox.com.
Check us out on the internet at 3boutdoors.com, plus YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Oh, and he did it. You can't do it on camera now. Do it now, not in our tournament, so go ahead. Cut.
Golly, Ned. We throwing that up on the hill? What do you think it's worth?
Cut.
What you got? That's a head shaker, ain't it?
He's a shaking his head. He don't like it. Look at his jaw.
Is that brown fish?
Yeah.
Smalley. Need some help?
Nah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Come on now.
He's not real happy, is he?
No, he's not. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh yeah. Now how long do they have to be?
I think you can only have one that's 20 right now, I think.
Will he make 20? He won't make 20, will he?
No.
Good fighter though.
Got it.
Good fighter.
Okay, let it go.
Atta boy.
Sorry.
The old deadly worm. Another one.
Yeah.
Here's a better one.
I think so.
Oh my goodness. That's a big green one right there.
Ooh. Time to drag up, he said.
He don't want to come up, does he?
Nah, he's not real happy.
I see your leader. You want to play under the boat? Oh yeah. Good one.
Come here, sunshine. Choo-choo.
Atta boy.
Good one. Probably 3.5 pounder. Not a giant, but a lot of fun. So there you go.
Good job, Brian.
Throwing a Yamamoto, a 7-inch cut-tail worm, and I'm dropping it. And I have got an 1/8 ounce tungsten nail weight in the head of this guy. Rigged on an O-ring. O-ring's key because you can reuse the worm over and over. If you don't have the O-ring, these worms are expensive. And they're good for a fish, maybe two. So.
You hooked up again?
Again.
Is it a monster?
Feels decent.
That's a
He
good.
is not.
He's not no slouch. I had a bite. He kind of dropped it.
I think mine's getting smaller as it gets closer.
He'll grow up here in a minute. They all count. They're all big for their size.
Fun.
For some people,
well, we've been at it, I don't know, what, hour and a half, 2 hours this morning. And these things, full moon, I think they're probably feeding at night. The shad's way up in the water column, so they're not really grouped and schooled like we want them to be. Sun's popping out. We're going to ride around a little bit and see if we can't find them ganging up on some ledges.
This portion of 3B Outdoors is brought to you by these fine companies.
In Northeast Tennessee, you live the mountains, live the music, live the sizzle of local flavor, live the heart of its people, live the adventure at every turn, while you retreat, play, relax. When you visit Kingsport, you live Kingsport.
Luminox are brighter, more durable, and with replaceable batteries, the longest lasting compound and crossbow lighted nocks on the market, period. your moment of truth comes, rely on the only lighted knock trusted by the best. Luminoc. Light 'em up at luminoc.com.
This is high-speed footage of the Ripcord Code Red and a competitor's fall-away arrow rest. Both fall as designed, but watch what happens to each launcher arm after fall-away. Ripcord's drop-dead brake stops any launcher bounce back, while the competitor's launcher arm bounces back up into the arrow. This will affect arrow flight and broadhead accuracy. Eliminate launcher bounce back with Ripcord Code Red, the #1 fall-away rest.
3B Outdoors is stoked to announce a new partnership with Dwayne Wilson, owner of Dixie Custom Rods and Tackle. He builds truly custom rods at an affordable price for any style and action up to the 9-foot 9-inch ledge rocket. For an amazing combination, add one of his new reels to a custom rod. Dwayne's tungsten jigs and weights, the Mega Flash and Dixie Triple Threat umbrella style rigs are proven fish catching machines. Dwayne might even build you one just like the one I use, a 7-foot 4-inch medium action tight lining rod that is totally out of this world. He run off with you, boy.
Yeah.
Got a little head shake too?
A little bit.
Let's see if there's another one with him. That's a deadly deal right there, ain't it?
Whenever it's tough, it is. Come on over here.
Pretty fish, man.
Not a big one, but it's a start to the day. Not bad for a slow start.
Well, we made a few stops, not had a bunch of luck. Brian's put on a clinic with that worm on how to scrounge out some good fish when it's tough. We're going back to where we started, look around a little bit. If they're here, we're going to stop, see if we can't catch a few more. It's going to happen. Those big girls are going to come out and play soon.
They're really ganged up down here now.
Are they? Pretty good fish too, boy.
Uh-oh. No, that's a good one.
You've seen it all.
There he is.
Good?
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
That sounds like a large item.
Come here, fish.
I heard him sloshing around out there. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's the third decent bite we've had, probably 3.5 pound fish. Hopefully we found a little something today. Got something going. We'll see. There he is.
Boy. That's another decent one out there, ain't it?
Yeah, not too bad.
Atta boy.
Pulled up, got a little flurry going. Nathan lost the big one, of course, but nice little Douglas cookie cutter.
Got him stirred up a little bit, don't you?
A little bit, a little bit.
Fish, boys.
Got him?
Mm-hmm. Big one too. I believe he's big one.
He's coming up.
Maybe he's foul hooked.
Here you go, he fell.
He's foul hooked. Little knothead. It ain't even a bass. Look at that.
Still fun.
You believe that?
Now watch. You won't be able to shake that one or jump in for the world.
Correct. I thought I had a good one. He stopped it dead. Turned him sideways. Wrong species. It's hot. It's got to be what, 90?
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Now, why can't a bass get all 3 treble hooks in its mouth like those things? 3 treble hooks inside his mouth.
This portion of 3B Outdoors is brought to you by these fine companies.
Stealth is lethal. Specifically optimized for close quarters engagement in tight shot positions, the Triax is the quietest, most vibration-free bow we've ever created. Smooth to draw, silent to shoot, the 2018 Triax. Experience it today at your local authorized retailer.
Whether you're spending the day running around at 70 miles an hour in a high-powered bass boat, fishing a competitive stress-filled tournament, or just enjoying a day on the lake,
you can never have enough, Dr. Enough.
Well, this turkey hunting's way overrated. Let's go down Kearney's and get us some of that roasted chicken.
You know what Mike says, 7 days without chicken makes 1 week. Let's go.
Want a good home-cooked meal? Come to Lynn Garden Restaurant in Kingsport. You won't be disappointed.
And here's the proof.
Whether it's shooting for fun, shooting for victory, or the one chance at the trophy of a lifetime, trust Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products.
Here in Northeast Tennessee, the mountains have a story to tell. An exciting account of outdoor adventure, full of fishermen's tales from our finest rivers and lakes. A genuine page-turner, brimming with places to retreat, play, relax. Sure to leave you wanting more. Come and write your own chapter in this mountain tale.
Check us out on the internet at 3boutdoors.com, plus YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It's June, you know, we're post-spawn, it's Douglas, infamous ledge fishing lake, and they're out there. You know, we've seen a lot of fish schooled up today, up and down the lake, but it's just been really difficult to get them to bite. And you know, that's not making any excuses, they're there, but we just really haven't got many of the big ones to bite. You know, caught a few small ones, caught, you know, maybe 1 or 2 decent fish, but it's really been a grind. So typically whenever it's tough like this, you know, everybody has, I guess, their grind bait, you know, maybe a drop shot for some of you, it might be a big worm or what have you. But for a few years now, and I start throwing this out on Kentucky Lake, but this is just a Yamamoto cuttail worm. This is a 7-inch version in plum. I have an 1/8 ounce snail weight in the head of this guy on just a drop shot hook, just a little size 1 circle hook. And I use an O-ring. That O-ring I think is important. For one, you know, these worms are really expensive. And when you use that O-ring, you'll get multiple fish per worm. If you don't use it, you know, 1 or 2 fish and that worm gets ripped and you're pretty much done for the day. But that has been probably our biggest producer today, which, you know, I don't really like, because whenever I'm throwing this thing, it's usually tough out and I'm just trying to grind to catch something, and that's sort of been the story of the day. But here later in the day, we have caught a few. We flirted on a few swim baits and cranking. I used to love to throw a bass tricks, but here lately, the consistency of what I buy off the shelf has just been kind of varied. So I've started throwing this. This is a Zoom swimmer, and I throw just a blue chartreuse. This is an AU. This is a 3/4 ounce head. And this bait's really durable. You will get multiple fish off of one bait, and the tail kicks really well under slow speed. So, when I fish this bait, I like to crawl it just right off the bottom. I usually do a 6-8 count, depending on, speed, and kind of kill it and keep that bait just right off the bottom for the most part. If they're suspended or if I see them further up in the water column, of course we adjust. But this is produced today, and this has, been a big deal on Douglas for me pretty much all year. But one little tip is I use a medium clear. It's a PVC cement. If you put some of that on the shank of your hook as you slide that swim bait up, I don't care what swim bait you throw, and give this guy, 3, 4, 5 minutes to dry. You can see you can't pull that thing off there. You have to rip the swim bait off. So it really helps, especially during a tournament when you don't want to have downtime. You glue that thing on there and you're good, until they just chew the bait off. And then lastly, we have caught several, and Nathan, lost a nice one a minute ago, just deep cranking, typical ledge stuff. But this is a Strike King 10XD. You can see this one's been chewed on a lot. I've thrown it last year and this year a whole lot. But I like to upsize the hooks just a bit. I feel I can get this bait down, where they live, and right now they're anywhere 20 to 30 feet deep. But that's pretty much been our producers today. So, tough day, no excuses, but we've managed to catch a few fish.
We're going to try to beat this thunderstorm coming, try to get this thing on the trailer and stay dry. We've had a great day. Let's see if we can get it done and get out of here and go home dry. Well, as you just seen, today was not one of my better fish catching days on the water. But anytime I can climb in a boat with Brian Ooten and watch him go to work using his offshore skills and techniques along with his electronics abilities, I'm going to take advantage of it. I hope you paid close attention to those tips and techniques and how to catch them offshore as well, because I promise if you apply them, you'll catch bigger and more fish. And after you do, take a few pictures of them, drop them off to us at 3B Outdoors Facebook page, and we'll share them with everyone else. Now don't miss next week. Freddie and those hunting guys will have you in the woods. They'll be shooting at something and maybe even hitting something. From all the 3B Outdoors family, we thank you so much for watching 3B Outdoors.
We wake up in the morning before the rising sun, load up boats, rods